You can go hard or you can go home. You can go hard or you can go home. You can go hard, you can go home. You can go hard, you can go home.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Under the Gun with your host Shane the Professor Loftus, and today we have a very special guest as always. It's Wayne, the Double G, OG, Big Papa Lawless. Wayne, welcome.
How are you, man?
I'm not too bad, Wayne. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks. Great to be here. Great to be here. Really privileged.
Well, it's always great to have a four-time gold champion on the program, you know.
Can you see me okay? Is it okay?
We can't. We could only see. I think Burger King. I think some burger. I mean, Burger King. Something. Oh, Poker King. Sorry, Poker King. Oh, okay.
Poker King, not Burger King.
Let's just zoom out. Oh, there we go. There he is. Ayo.
Hey, good to see you all.
Oh, it's good to see you too. And I'm gonna put up the volume here so we can hear you fine. There we go. There we go. That's better.
So what are we talking about here? Just live or about poker?
I think it's going to be purely poker. That's what we'll give the people what they want as always. So we want to hear, because you know you've uploaded some videos in the last while, and you know you've kind of been beating around the bush and not really saying what you think. So basically, this program today is to give you a platform to really tell the folks at home how you think the main event is going to go this year, what you think of the players. What do you think of the two tables? But I'd like to start first of all with just a quick recap on the 3 bracelet events we've had so far this year. Just get your thoughts. I don't think we had your thoughts on those. So we had Bristol, we had Prague, and then we had a silver event in Dublin. So just talk us through those 3 events briefly.
Which one first, Shane?
Let's start in chronological order with the Bristol event.
Yeah, the Bristol event was a great weekend. I mean, for me, it was just a bit of fun, you know. I actually didn't realise it was a game until I was actually sitting at the table for about 2 hours. I actually thought we were just having a game of high-low cards. You stick it on your head, you know. And then what happened was, something happened and Dylan said, oh, Maguire won a silver bracelet. And I was like complaining, saying, this can't be a fucking silver. This is just a bit of fun with the guys. Then Maguire goes, oh, this is a gold event. And I was like, what do you mean gold? Gold is Christmas in Prague. So then he was crying it over, and I wanted to get the whole thing cancelled. Because it's bullshit. I ain't got time for this shit no more. So that's null and void.
Well, I guess we did say it was a gold bracelet, so, and you know, I don't think Maguire, he's always been a great servant to the Lawless Classic events.
I don't care.
Well, Double G, I know you don't care, but you know, someone else has to join the Gold Club, not just you and Gavin, you know. It's not just a 2-horse event. But anyway.
Well, I was talking to the CEO, he will get his gold bracelet event, but it will be tinted with silver.
So, it'll be like a lot of silver mixed in and just a very thin layer of gold over it.
And there won't be as much gold, but there'll be more silver, if you know what I mean.
Okay, alright.
Actually, there won't be any gold, it'll be silver.
Alright, okay. But you know, still, nobody's going to begrudge Maguire a gold bracelet.
I will.
Well, I know. But anyway, let's move on then. Then we had the event in the summer, the big one, the Prague event. This was the one where we had the special bracelet for and extra points awarded for. So tell us a little bit about who won that one.
Yeah, this was the ultimate. I think since the whole thing has started, I would even put that tournament ahead of Christmas tournaments, to be totally honest with you. That was the toughest field honed for that game. That was the gold-studded 5-year anniversary bracelet. Anyone who wins that will be gold for the rest of their life. They won't ever have to do no motherfucking things. Nothing.
Well, it was.
They will be engraved in gold. Well,
it was like a 5-year event. It certainly felt like 5 years long. But yeah, you took that one down, and congratulations on that.
Oh yes, I won that. That was number 4, I think.
Well, apparently you did. Nobody was there to see you win it, except the guy you were playing heads up. I mean, if a tree falls in the woods, if you know what I mean. So we're told that Double G took it down, but there was no eyewitnesses. So you know that might be a little bit.
Actually, let me correct you. There was one eyewitness. His name was Ned.
Nev. Oh,
Nev Die Hard 4.
Okay, so we do have a witness then. So if this thing goes to a court of law, we'll call on Nev, put him up on the stand, and he'd put his hand in the Bible and he'd say, yep, it did happen. Well, that's fair enough then.
That was a great event. That was a great event, and thank you all for coming over. It was fantastic. Well done to everyone. Well done.
Well, thanks for having us over as always. And then we had the silver event in Dublin. Give us a little synopsis of that one.
Yeah, the Ivana's birthday silver event.
Yes, that I organised.
Yeah, well, the organisation of that was top class, top tier.
You got to rule with an iron fist, people. Rule with an iron fist.
Yes. Was that a silver? It was more like a tin cup bracelet event. I mean, Steve won it. Okay, my God, can that guy suck? He was like a vacuum cleaner, cyborg, half alien, half giraffe machine. He was there and he was like... I mean, he was sucking cards like crazy. Terrible, terrible player. I have no respect for his game. Move on! Fuck out of my country! You ain't nothing!
Oh, okay, but again, congratulations to Steve. In my personal opinion, he played very well during the day. He got a little bit good run, heads up. I think Dylan would have been ahead, but I think he had pocket jacks at one stage and pocket tens. But that's the way the game goes. That is poker, baby. That is poker, and yeah, well done to Steve. So anyway. So that's the overview of the event so far this year, but really what we're here to talk about today is the main event at Christmas, the one that everyone looks forward to, the one that seems so long, it takes so long to get round to December. This year, it's December 29th, my birthday. Is that a good sign for me? I don't know. But what we can do, we're going to talk about the two tables. It's a two-table event. At the moment, there's 7 players on each table. That's likely to grow on the day with some late entrants. But let me just bring up the table 1 here so we can have a look. All right, so so let me hear your thoughts, Wayne, on table 1. Some interesting players. We got Maguire there in seat position 1, gold bracelet winner, obviously. We got Gavin, a 2-time gold bracelet winner, and that's the main event winner. We got the Triple D, who's a silver bracelet winner still, amazingly, hasn't added to his collection yet, maybe this year. And we have a few other players, so give us your thoughts, Wayne. How do you see this table going?
Yeah, I mean, of course, Dylan is probably the strongest player at that table, but I'm expecting a lot of things from Gavin. The kid has really done nothing in 3 years. I mean, a 4-year-old cabbage would play better than he's been playing. I mean, it's just been dog shit. I ain't got time. I can't even look at him. He's so bad. We had a call. And I said, Gavin, it's time you stepped up. Step the motherfucker up. Stop playing all this bullshit. So he promised me, as you saw, he went to the Priory. He's getting his game into some kind of form. Yeah. He's been playing a lot of the 1 penny, 2 penny games on Poker Stars. He's been playing for hours a month, and he can do well. Unfortunately, I think he ain't got a chance of winning. Sorry, I was trying to hype him. He's useless. No offense.
But I mean, it'd be a hell of a story though. He is technically the defending main event champion. So it'd be, it would be a big story in the poker world if he was able to, brush off some recent results and take it down again.
Well, remember, Gavin did have a 4th place finish in the Prague one, didn't he?
Yeah, 4th or 5th, yeah.
But we didn't take blinds off him, which is a really weird rule. So I still don't understand that one.
There was a little bit of controversy. Yeah, there was a little bit of controversy. Yeah. It was an unusual approach to get the freeze out. But I mean, you still got to play the cards in front of you and the people that are in front of you too. So far be it for us to comment on that. But I think it would be. I think all of us want to see Gavin back to playing as well as we know he can play.
I would like him to do well. I think it's unlikely though. So we're going to put him at He'll be out one of the first 3 on that table.
Oh, okay. So then let's talk about the others. Then we got Maguire in seat position 1. Not a bad seat position really. Well, do you think this?
Maguire will make the final table just because he's as boring as dog shit hanging from a flower. I mean, he just folds and folds and folds, and then he gets aces, and then some idiot doubles him up. I don't like the way he plays. He's kind of like a wrestler, you know, in MMA, a wrestler versus a boxer. You know, he's on top of you, he's just humping you the whole time, wearing you out, and he'll grind out the decision. I don't like the way he plays. It's not PPV material, but I mean, he does it, you know?
Yeah, it's effective. It's effective.
It's kind of like him, you know? Boring.
But would you know, this year the format is a lot different to last year. A lot of the safety nets have been taken out of the way, as in the multiple buybacks. This year it's a kind of a deep stack tournament with 1 rebuy per table up to the first hour. So do you think that he might need to mix his game up a little bit? You know, it's not as...
I think there's more chance of aliens coming down and Roger and Jason at the table than Maguire using that rebuy.
Yeah, he is tenacious. He'll be thereabouts again.
I expect him to play 1 to 4 hands within that period.
Yeah, probably. We'll probably average 1 hand every hour, and that'll probably see him through to the final table.
But I mean, he's not at my table. If he was, it would be a sweet, sweet victory to knock him out.
Well, you know, he's...
Then I just get my pint glass and right in his face.
Yeah, he wouldn't rub it in at all. So then we have a very close friend of yours, Trevor, at this table as well. You guys have a little bit of history, if OK Magazine and Hello Magazine are to be believed. There was those pictures of your wedding ceremony taken from a helicopter and kind of a little bit invasive. So we're not too sure about what happened there. But tell us about Trev. Do you think this could be a good year for him?
When I think of Trevor, I think of one line. It ain't gay if it's a 3-way.
Okay, but if it's only the 2 of you though? But if it's only the 2 of you,
both skills are very, very poor. He always reminds me of Face in the A-Team, and I'm more Murdoch. Were Face and Murdoch ever an item in the A-Team? Yes, they were. Is it over now? Yes, they were. Yes, it is.
Okay, you don't sound very...
Trevor really doesn't have much of a chance, no. Sorry.
Oh, okay, but you never know. And then, of course, we have the Triple D, who is, you know, one of the hot favourites for... well, he's certainly hot, but he's a hot favourite as well for the main event. A guy that is, at this moment in time, probably working on his poker notes on each player, working on his strategy. You know, you can never rule the Triple D out for winning. He's always in contention, isn't he?
Yes, Triple D will probably be top 2 in that table coming to the final table. I predict him to have a large stock. He's like a fine wine. He's getting better every year. He just needs to not uncork it too soon or it gets a bit smelly. He just needs to cork it at the right time. The kid will do well. I expect him top 3 and then we'll see if he gets a bit lucky. Obviously he won't win if he's top 3 with Maguire and Steve, obviously, because they're suction machines. Anyone else, I reckon he can win. Except that obviously if it's heads up against me, since he's never beaten me heads up.
Yeah, there's only one person who's ever beaten you heads up in a Lawless Classic event.
You don't recall?
You don't recall? No, that never happened apparently. Yeah, so then we've got who we got there? We've got Owen, Pat, and Jason. Is it fair to just group them into the same pot as or?
Yes. I like to put them under the heading horse shit.
Okay.
They have no chance. Pat's going to write a home for the events. That's about all he's going to do with that Christmas game.
Okay.
Owen is probably milking cows in the morning, coming horse shit all over him, and he can't play anyway. And Jason, what can I say about Jason? Horrendous.
Okay. Well, you know, you folks, don't be offended at home. You knew what was coming once we done this call with the Double G. He's just... You know,
horrendous with a capital whore.
This is only one man's opinion, okay? This is only one man's opinion.
This is only my opinion.
Yeah. All right. So that's table one. Any other thoughts on table one? Who do you expect to come off table one? As in, who do you expect to get knocked out? Let's do it easier.
I expect Dylan and Gavin and Maguire to come good from that table.
Okay. All right. That's a fair assessment. So let's jump on to table two. And here it is. We've got obviously a very if this was a Rambo movie, it would be Rambo's 1 to 6 all grouped into one.
I hear you.
With a big body count, because there are some heavy hitters on this table, and of course to the main heavy hitter of them all, Wayne, the Double G Lawless in seat position 1. So let's talk about some of the players of this table. We're gonna leave one particular player to last. So let's start with Pierce, who'll be immediately to your left.
You know, Pierce has been playing horseshit lately. No offence. He has been on a terrible run. Terrible, shocking. Can he win? It's unlikely, really. I like the kid, but he doesn't play enough hands. He waits around for aces, kings. This kind of game don't work in the real world. Step up! Step up!
Well, I don't know if I agree with that, though. I don't know. I have a lot of respect for Pierce's game. You know, I've played him quite a bit, and most recently in the game in Galway as well. And you know, I think, you know, really just a little bit unlucky at times. Last Christmas he was in the top 3. Should have won on merit. So, you know, I wouldn't be as quick to rule him out as you, Wayne. And it'd be interesting.
I think he's the best of a bad bunch.
That's not really a compliment, though. That's not really.
But he's the best of the bad bunch.
Okay, alright. Well,
I think it's a compliment.
Well, coming from you it is, actually, yeah. Actually, coming from you it is. That is Wayne being nice. So that's Pierce, he's immediately to your left. It'll be an interesting dynamic, the two of you there. Two interesting players, two kind of very different
Pierce
styles.
won't mess with me, because he knows. I'll just push all in. I'm gonna run over that motherfucking table. That table is gonna be my bitch.
Okay. So then we got, of course, the Professor in seat position number 3. Any nice words at all to say about the Professor?
What kind of position does the Professor have?
I'm in seat position 3, so you and Pierce are to my right, and then Nev and Greg are immediately to my left.
So you actually have quite a nice position, I would have thought.
Yeah, it could be worse. It could be worse. I mean,
yeah.
You know, it's a tough
I
time.
think the Professor has a good chance. He does mix it up. People think he's very tight, but I don't think he's Maguire tight. He's able to do bluffs as well. I think the kid can do well. It just, at the right time, things need to happen. He got coolered last year. Very unlucky. This year, let's see if he gets coolered again. I suspect not. I suspect him to come out second to Double G on that table.
Oh, okay. Well, I tell you, like I say, I'll be just happy with getting to the final table this year. That's my target, really. After the glacier cooler last year, nothing.
Yeah, that was bad.
Nothing. No man could have done about that hand. Nothing could have been done. So then we have Nev. Nev, who's I always put him under the category of the most improved new player in the Lawless Classic event.
Nev is a thorn in everyone's side. He's like those fucking hemorrhoids on your ass. It's just so hard to get rid of them.
Yes.
You can use Vaseline, you can use pseudo cream, they just won't go.
Yeah, he's
It's like that. Ned and the hemorrhoids are like 2 peas in a pot.
Well, he's certainly been making a lot of people uncomfortable in their chair on table 2, that's for sure. He's a lot of players' kryptonite. The man just does not know.
Hands. Don't ever shake his hands.
Don't ever shake his hand, or don't ever get in a pot with him, because that man does not fold.
I'm going to be avoiding Ned because you got to give him respect. He's done a lot of good things lately, and he's knocking on the door for gold or silver. So it's either going to be now or it's going to be next year.
It's going to happen. You can feel it. Yeah, it's just that feeling. He's got an interesting style, and yeah, he proved it in Prague. He's mixing it up with the big boys for a long time. So yeah.
I mean, he was like a little cub bear between two fucking ferocious like lions.
But is that a good point? Does Nev need to bring more aggression to the table? You know, he's a nice guy, but nice guys finish last. Do you think?
I honestly think, and I'll say this right now, Nev has all parts of the game to win this.
Oh, there you go. There's an exclusive. That's it. That's it for Nev. Then we have again two players we could kind of maybe group into the unlikely to win category. We've got Greg and Albert. So give us your thoughts on those two players.
Albert is a 2-time runner-up.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, that's true.
Magnum PI groomed himself off Albert.
Yeah.
Can Albert win? Yes, he knows the game probably better than any of us. When I was out the back, down the back into Temperance Hall taking care of beeswax, he was playing poker. I didn't know what poker was. When I was down the Ringo doing my thing, he was playing poker. I was only just doing my thing. Can he win? No fucking chance. Can he go far? Maybe.
Maybe. Well, you know, with the format of the tournament and, you know, a lot of players want it bad, maybe, you know, if he pushes all in, you know, are you going to call him with pocket kings, pocket queens? Are you going to take that risk to see all the community cards? That's the question.
No.
And that's the sort of pressure a player like Albert can exert on a table. So,
yeah. Albert, if I was Albert, I would play quite aggressive at that table. Any ace rag, ace anything, I would push.
yeah. Because you don't know what's going to happen, and if you're out, you're out. You only got the one.
He can do well. Will he come off the table? I mean, some people have to. He may.
He may. If anyone's going to come
He
off
has
the table.
experience.
Yeah, if anyone's going to come off the table with a big stack, you know, it's either going to be a big stack or zero for Albert. So, you know, it's a 50-50, it's a coin flip.
Well, from talking to the CEO, when we get to the final 9, the CEO says there won't be a lot of chips. So there'll be people maybe with 7 big blinds on that table, you know, with the blinds high.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you're going to have to push and you're going to have to be praying to get lucky.
That's it, yeah. It's going to be.
If you have a lower stack, I mean, you know.
It's going to be done and dusted at a good time early enough this year, because we have VIP area booked to Ringo's, and this year we want to be there with the bottles of Cristal, etc. So then the last player I want to talk about, it's he's got position on you, Double G, and that's Steve the Sniper. What do you think of Steve's chances this year?
You know, Steve is. You know, when I was talking about him, I was only talking about his Dublin effort. I thought he was very lucky, and I never knew. I thought it was just like a birthday game, so I didn't know it was a bracelet until afterwards. I don't think he didn't even knew, to be honest with you. Can he? Yeah, I mean, he's another thorn in the side. You know, he's awkward to play with. You know, he looks awkward and he plays awkward. So he's going to be fairly hard to. I would love to knock him out. It would make my Christmas. Put it that way. I would love it. Yeah. I would dance on the table naked if I knock him out. I would love it.
Yeah, but it won't be easy. He's a player in form. It must be said. He took down the Dublin event.
I'll be very surprised if he tangles with me at any period during the game.
Well, yeah.
Because he's afraid.
He might not be able to avoid it. You know, it's like two asteroids on a collision course. You know.
Well, come and get it. Come and get it, Steve. Daddy's here. Daddy got loads of milk. Come and get it.
Yeah, so that's table 2 then. Who are you expecting to be maybe some late entrants into the game? Do we want to talk about those guys? There might be some other
we can group them again. It would be Sean, Paul, and Cahill.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know what those kind of guys. They haven't played since last year. Fuck me, they could go all in with anything, hit anything. They could do well. Yeah, unknown quantities. I mean, that's what worries me.
Big time, yeah, big time. And like I said, it keeps coming back to this format this year. This deep stack freeze out tournament. I mean, how do you play against these guys? No matter what your hole cards are, you're going to at least want to see a flop before you make a decision. And there wasn't with those guys last year. From what I could tell, from when I was knocked out early and watching table 1, it would be hard to get into a pot with those guys pre-flop with the raises that were coming across.
Yeah, and I mean they have no idea how to raise either. I mean they're like pre-flop raising 9 times big blind and very difficult to play against. You know, I mean you have ace queen, someone raises 8 times the blind before the flop. Are you really going to call? Probably not. You know.
No, the bet size.
With ace king, are you going to call? Probably not. It's only a drawing hand, you know.
Yeah, that's it. These are
very hard to say, you know.
These are the loose cannon, the landmines again. It wouldn't be a lawless classic event without the landmines.
But if you can double up against them, wouldn't that be nice? Then you have after a few hands, you'd have 19,000. That's nice.
Can you just sit back a little bit, Wayne? You're kind of doing a home improvement Wilson neighbour thing on me there. I could only see the top of your head. There we go. You know,
as long as you can hear my voice, Shane, that's all that matters.
I think our neighbours, I think the whole of Ballina can hear your voice, Wayne.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's a wake-up call. Yeah, so that's the two tables. We're going to have probably, on the day, we're going to have a draw for the late entrants. No strangers or no non-family members or anything like that this year, thankfully.
No.
No. And so, who would you like to see, if it couldn't be you, if it couldn't be the Double G to take down the 5th gold bracelet, who would you like to see take it down this year?
I would like to see the Triple or DJ Bling.
Yeah.
I would like to keep a lawless name in it because there's never been an unlawless winner. Legitimate one at least.
But do you not think it'd be good for the tournament just to have a different winner, you know? Isn't it, someone player like you dominating the sport, it's kind of like Roger Federer or Michael Schumacher in their pomp, you know?
I hear you. How many lawlesses is there at the game?
That's a good question. I don't know offhand, but I'd say about 80%. 80%, I think.
There's me, so there's 9 lawlesses and 9 non-lawlesses.
Okay, yeah. So the ratio is, so 50-50 really, and maybe 60-40.
I mean, Shane, let's ask you. If you had €1 million, you have to bet it'll be a lawless winner or a non-lawless winner. Where would you put your money?
Yeah, I mean, on history, you'd have to put it on a lawless winner. Yeah, you would.
Yeah. Yeah, but some of the lawlesses are NA, you know what I mean?
Possibly. Like, poker is that sort of game. You never know. It might be. We might be playing the cash game when after about 3 hours. So you never know.
That'd be sick.
That would be sick. That would be pretty sick.
And Shane, just before we finish this up, what do you think of the golden rebuy rule? What's your thoughts?
I think it's fair. I think there was a lot of voting that went on, a lot of back and forth, about 1,000 emails discussing it. There was someone that just kept stirring the pot and mentioning this thing. Can't remember off the top of my head who that was. But I think, you gotta realise there's gonna be a charity rebuy for someone. Always. It's been in the history of the event, okay? So then by that rationale, to keep it fair, there should be one per table. So yeah. I'm in agreement with it, and like we explained, we seen a scenario in Galway where 3 players were in a pot. One was all in, that was me. Pierce was practically all in, and we had a 3rd player who took it down with a full house. And I got the rebuy, but Pierce was completely crippled. And in fairness to Pierce, he didn't want to rebuy, but in the interest of fairness and the integrity of the game, we allowed him to rebuy. So I think it's unlikely this year with the 1 hour time limit on the rebuys, but I think it's good to have this discussion now so we can be prepared for all eventualities. So I think it's just purely from the point of view of keeping everything fair. I think that.
And what's the rule? If you have 5 chips or lower, you can rebuy.
I think if you have 5 big blinds or less.
5 big blinds or less, yeah.
Yeah, you can also get the charity rebuy if it's some
and even if there's 3 people that have that, which is very unlikely, they can all rebuy.
Yes, yeah. If it's for one, it has to be for everyone involved in the knockout pot. So.
And what about the guy who has 6 big blinds?
Well, unfortunately, that we have to put a figure on it, and he should have shoved earlier, I guess. If you're going to be.
What if he was to give one of his blinds away, and then he only had 5?
Well, you can't really do that. The chips never leave the table. So, I think I think it's unlikely to happen with 1 hour limit. And
yeah, I think it is too. I think it's a good rule, I guess, for the person that can end up using it, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it fair.
Yeah.
Are you part of the PokerStars.com professionals now or something? All I've seen during this interview is your hat.
Actually, yes, I'm with PokerStars. I was just signed there about 4 years ago.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Yeah, so I'm still with them.
Yeah, good. And rightly so.
I'm an online guru.
An online guru. Well, you certainly, we've been playing some online home games, and you've been crushing those as well. So the Double G, you gotta respect him. You know, more often than not.
Well, Shane, all I want this year is someone to play really well and win, because I'm really getting bored of winning every bracelet event.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been 7 bracelet events in the history, and I've won 4 of them.
Yeah, trust me, everyone's getting bored of it.
Even I'm getting bored of it. Come on, step up, someone.
Well, you know, I think there will be some players that'll step up this year. I think Dylan Dylan's been unlucky this year not to take down. He was in contention for 2 of the bracelets so far this year. Steve is in great form. Obviously, the Double G is always going to be thereabouts. So I think every year the quality is improving. It's getting tougher to win these things, and so may the best man win. And you'll need some good cards, but hopefully skill trumps luck this year.
I agree.
Okay, so if that's everything, Wayne, we can leave it there, and the countdown is on in earnest for the main event, and we're all looking forward to it on the 29th.
And Shane, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to set up the studio and interview me.
No problem at all. It's always a pleasure, Wayne. The studio is always open for you, and the bedroom is always open as well. You know where the key is. It's underneath.
And everyone, welcome to the Lawless Christmas Invitational 2012. See you all in 48 days.
See you all in 48 days. Bye-bye.